All right, ladies and gentlemen, today we are going to go over the proportions of the face. I want your sketchbook opened to 2 pages like you see mine here. Anything I write on this page, you're going to write on your paper. Anything I draw on this page, you're going to draw on your paper. We're going to start by labeling this facial proportions. And we are specifically talking about, well, if I can spell, the golden ratio. The golden ratio states that the face is perfectly symmetrical and that there are certain things that are true for the quote-unquote perfect face. Now, nobody has the perfect face. If we did, we'd all look the same. So these are just general rules when you're drawing a face to keep in mind for our next project that we're going to be doing. So I have facial proportions, the golden ratio on one side. On the other side, I'm going to start drawing my face. And you're going to start by doing a circle. Doesn't have to be perfect. And then you're going to draw a little line down here so that we know where our chin's going to go. And your chin starts from the side of the circle and then comes down. Now I'm going to make my jawline kind of square. You can make your jawline however you like. And then I'm going to erase this bottom part here and maybe erase my extra lines up here. We want to be able to draw lightly so that we can erase things if we need to. That is always the rule. Draw light until you get it right. So the golden ratio states that the face is symmetrical. That means that one side is exactly like the other side. Now, most people's faces aren't exactly symmetrical, but this is just a general rule. So we're going to draw a line that cuts the face in half, or just about. And this is the line of symmetry. So everything on this side has to be on this side as well. The next thing we're going to talk about is where the eyes are placed. So proportions deal with fractions and how things relate to one another size-wise. And that's going to make sense here in a second. So the eyes are halfway down the length of the head. So we're going to say the eyes are halfway down the head. So if I were to split my head in half here, this is about half, I know that my eyes are going to fall on this line right here. So this is the eye line. Now we need to figure out where they're going to fall on this line. So the width of the head right here is actually 5 eye widths wide. So the head is 5 eye widths wide. And I encourage you to get a mirror out and test my information. You can look in the mirror and check out your own face to make sure that your face is proportionate. So if I were to divide this line here into about 5 equal sections, and I need to fix my jawline a little bit, then I would know that my eyes, or that my head is broken up into 5 equal sections. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That means that the distance from the side of my head to the first corner of the first eye is 1 eye width wide. The distance between this corner to this corner is 1 eye width wide. Then we have our 2 eyes, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4. And then the distance from this corner to this side of the head is also 1 eye width wide. So the head is actually 5 eye widths wide. Our bodies are very weird in that everything is proportionate, including the distance from your wrist to your elbow is the same distance as your foot. If I were to stretch out my arms from tip of finger to finger, stretching out as far as I can go, it'd be the same as your height. The body is weird. It's just how nature has created us. So this is how proportions work. Some people might have wider heads, but they're going to have wider eyes as well. The next thing we're going to talk about is the nose. The nose line is 1/3 of the bottom half of the head. So if I were to divide this bottom section down here into thirds, this line here is going to be my nose line, and it equals 1/3 of the bottom half. The nose width, so the sides of the nose line up with the inner corners of your eyes. So the nose actually falls in between your eyes, and you can get out a mirror and double check it if you don't believe me. So I'm going to draw a nose in right here. Remember, you start with a circle and then you have 2 more circles. I can create just a quick nose. I'm not going to do a very detailed one because we want to move on. But there's my nose. Okay? Next, we're going to talk about the mouth. The mouth line is 2/3 of the bottom half of the face or head. So we divided our head into 3 equal sections, 1, 2, this would be 3. So this second line here, this is going to be the mouth line. And it is at the 2/3 mark on your face. The sides of the mouth actually line up with the inner corners or the inner center of your eye. Center of your eyes. So if I draw lines down from the center to line up with my mouth line, I know that my mouth is going to fall in between here and here. So I'm going to draw a quick mouth in just so that you guys can see what I mean. Now, obviously this is not going to be perfect, it's very quick. So I have 5 eye widths is my head. The nose falls in between the 2 inner corners, and the mouth falls in between the center of the eye. And the last thing we're going to talk about is the ears. Now, I'm not going to draw the ears for you. We'll do that at a later video because you don't know how to do that yet. But the ears line up with the eye line and the mouth line. Your ears are bigger than you actually think they are. And if you're looking in your mirror, you can see what I'm talking about. So I have my ear section will be between the eye line and the mouth line. And this is going to all prepare you for our next project, which is split face portraits, where you're going to be drawing your teachers and shading them in. Have fun, guys. Thanks for watching.